Hello everybody, I hope you are doing well. As the title says, today on this channel we are going to be doing an unboxing and haul of the Erin Condren Academic Life Planner. I think it's just actually the Academic Planner, and a couple of accessories. These were very kindly gifted to me by Erin Condren, so thank you very much. If you want to check out any of these things, they are not available yet as of Monday, June 6th, 2022, but they will be available tomorrow on June 7th, 2022. I have already added links into the description though for the main academic planner page as well as the main accessories page, and I believe that will have all of the stuff that I'm going to show you today. If you're new here, by the way, my name is Taff. I'm a planner lover, sticker designer, and cat lover for Mama to Coco and Opal, as well as two adorable little foster kittens, Pete and Ricky. So that's a little bit about me. Today, as I said, we're talking about the Erin Condren Academic Planner. I thought I was going to be doing this tomorrow, but it turns out I got my embargo dates mixed up. And so I get to talk about it today and not tomorrow, which is actually really great because this was kind of the big news for this week, and usually Monday is planner news. So on Mondays, we usually do planner news. Usually we also stream on Thursdays, which is kind of dealer's choice, whatever I feel like doing. This week is probably going to be an unboxing of the summer seasonal surprise box. I can see from the chat that Yvonne got hers today. That's so exciting. Mine's supposed to come on Wednesday, I think. So hopefully I will have it by Thursday and we can do an unboxing of that. This week is all the unboxings. And then I also want to announce that I am going to try to start streaming most Saturdays at 4 p.m. Pacific. I'm saying most because I do want to give myself the ability, if I want a weekend off or if I'm going somewhere, to be able to take it and not be like, hey, stream is, I'll still say stream is canceled for that week. I'll like notify you guys if I'm not planning on streaming, but I don't want to set the expectation that it's going to be like every week. So, maybe set the expectation it's going to be like 3 times a month on Saturdays, and hopefully, we'll see how it goes. But I just thought I would do that because I know weekends are better for some of you guys. And a lot of times I just want to stream on Saturday anyway. So that all ends up working out pretty well. And let's see, in here, who is here live in the chat so far? I already mentioned Yvonne. Shout out. We also have Sharon here. Hello, thank you for being here live, and thank you to the whole replay crew. You guys all mean the world to me, and I'm really excited that you are here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into my lovely screen share. Hopefully, technology-wise, this all works out because, again, I figured out that I got the embargo dates mixed up about an hour ago, and I've been rushing. Like, my hair wasn't even curly, and I was just rushing to get like everything set up. I had to make a new thumbnail because I was going to make it tomorrow. It's like, anyway, I did not have my shit together, which is, yeah, anyway. So here is the huge box that it came in. I just thought I would open this up real fast, and I just realized that the box is blocking my preview of what is streaming. That is awkward on my account. So let me go ahead and change that over. Okay, sorry, that was a my end thing. So this is the box that they sent me. We have our beautiful tissue paper. Oh, I put it back a little bit wrong. And then here is a really brief preview through the bubble wrap of what they sent me. I have gone through this. I didn't get to choose anything, but I'm really excited with everything they sent me. Everything is gorgeous. So let me, of course, I didn't figure out in advance where I was going to put this box as we go through everything. So let me figure that out real fast because the box is huge. I'm going to start with the accessories first, and then we are going to go into the planner portion. We have a few different planners that they sent me. So exciting. Sorry, I should be more organized. Okay, so we are going to start with what I am 99% sure is the free gift with purchase of the academic planner, which is these adorable little homework sticky notes. I'm pretty sure that's what it said, but again, I got my dates mixed up. And so, yeah, I think this is the free gift with purchase. I think these are absolutely adorable. The only thing I don't like about them, and this is more of a me thing, is that I'm not in school and I don't have homework currently. So let me go ahead and see if I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. Okay. So this is what the sticky notes look like. They have a little page tab at the top, so you could have it sticking out above your planner, write down your little homework assignments. I think this is absolutely adorable, especially for anybody who might have homework projects that are going on multiple weeks or things like that. Or just, you know, if you don't want to necessarily bring your whole planner to class, but you want to have something to write stuff down in, you can put this in your notebook. I think that would also be adorable. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. I wish that this wasn't just a free gift with purchase, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I think this is so cute. By the way, I did mention I am not currently in school. I was always the person when I was in school that absolutely loved to go school supply shopping. I was like, I mean, I was just excited for school. I'm like, ooh, I get to go get new stuff and school supplies and all that jazz. So I'm just rearranging stuff a little bit so I could actually have access to the box. I also want to keep my fan going because I always run warm and I like having my fan going. Oh no! My camera went out. Okay, it's back. And now my computer's gonna yell at me. Living like no one else, welcome in! Thank you for joining us. Give me just a sec. My computer's gonna start yelling at me in a sec. This is not working out very well. I need to come up with a better option for putting these boxes. That's okay. This is the joys that you get when you're doing stuff live. I'm just honestly gonna unload it onto my desk. So, by the way, I said I was gonna do accessories first, and then I think I mentioned planners, multiple planners. Yes, they sent me multiple academic planners. Oh, so what I was gonna say is that I'm not currently in school, even though I was the person who absolutely loved to go school supply shopping. I was actually homeschooled, so I wasn't even as motivated as a lot of kids to go school supply shopping. I was homeschooled through 7th grade and went to essentially high school, 8th through 12th grade. It was a whole thing, but yeah, for me, I count 8th grade high school because I was at the same school. My sister is finishing up grad school, and so some of this stuff, once I'm done reviewing it, will be going to her. Some of it will be kept by me. A couple of things will probably go to my mom. And so I just wanted to let you know that kind of like where it's going to go. And I've also invited my sister at some point to come on either on a live or as a pre-recorded video to give her review of the Erin Condren academic planners, because she's been using them for the past couple of years. But she's super busy between school and work right now. So we're trying to figure out a time that will work well for her, because I don't want to get in the way of her schedule. But I'm really, really excited that she has agreed to potentially do that and give her opinion. I actually, so I'm not in school, but I shouldn't be talking about the planners now because we're doing that last. But I'm actually super, super excited for these planners, and I legitimately might keep one. And one of the cats, probably Opal, has officially found the Erin Condren box. Yep, it's Opal. Give me just a sec. So, okay, let me change this for a sec. So we have the big webcam. I literally reached down and just picked this box up. Can you see it? We have an Opal. Can you see her? Cute kitty! She's like, you're moving my bed. I just had to show you, sorry. She is just, she's adorable. My cats are adorable. The kittens are adorable. I tell Coco and Opal that they're still adorable, and I still love them pretty much every day because I don't want them to get jealous of the baby boos. For anybody who's aware, I'm fostering little kittens who are going to go back to a shelter in a couple weeks, but they're officially weaned, by the way. For anybody who wanted an update, we're not doing supplemental bottle feeding pretty much anymore, and I get to sleep through the night. Okay, back to the actual stuff. And yes, I remember to switch back to the screen share this time because I am terrible at that. By the way, hello to Lynn and Ackman. This is the next thing that Erin Condren sent me. This is not specifically part of the academic collection, but I'm a sucker for the Erin Condren snap-in bookmarks, so I'm really excited. I will be keeping these all to myself, probably. Or maybe giving them to my sister. Maybe I should be good and give them to my sister. Anyway, I will absolutely love these snap-in bookmarks because I don't want to show you the academic planners yet. Let me just grab one of my other planners. This is my A5 Compact Vertical. I haven't actually started using it yet, but I have been designing some stickers for it. It's been a lot of fun since I have a sticker shop over on Etsy. There is a link and a coupon code in the description for anybody who is curious. I don't have any of the Compact Vertical stickers up yet, but if you were here on Saturday when we did the stream, I actually did print out test sheets. I haven't actually tested them yet because I've been busy, but at the end of the stream, if anybody wants me to, and there's time and I'm not completely, like, knackered, then I can show you the test sheets, and we can maybe test them live or something. We'll see. Anyway, here's one of the snap-in bookmarks. They just snap into the coil like that, except that I have them lined up slightly incorrectly. Ooh, there we go. I'm not great at snapping stuff in and out, but that is what they look like, and you can bookmark different things in the planners. Absolutely love these. For the most part, the academic planners did end up following kind of the themes as the life planners from this year. So we do have like a lot of color blends and whatnot. I do not remember off the top of my head, sorry, my hair's getting in my way. I do not remember off the top of my head if they are offering like all of the themes for the academic planner or if it's just some of them. If anybody's curious, we can look that up. I have stuff on my shirt. Okay. Hopefully my hair looks somewhat okay because I just threw it up, and hopefully I do not have terrible streaks of dry shampoo in my hair. Okay. Next, let's see, what should I do next? Next, let's go ahead and look at this. Let me zoom out a little bit. There. Okay. So this is a snap-in dashboard, the Universal Snap-in Weekly Schedule Dashboards in color blends. Again, I think this actually might have come out with the Life Planner launch. Interesting that they are not necessarily having a whole bunch of the back-to-school stuff with the academic, or launching with the academic planner. But I'm pretty sure when we got the little insert in the Life Planner release box, it said it was launching in like July or August. I actually have it right here. Let me grab it. So this was the back to school card that came with the Life Planner collection. So yeah, that, let's see, coming in July. Okay. So yeah, still interesting that they didn't launch this with the academic planners, but I guess they're trying to do all the planner launches first and then also add in a bunch of the like new accessories separately so they can kind of keep the hype going for everybody. But this particular snap-in dashboard has priorities here at the top, a list for to-dos at the bottom. Interestingly enough, the to-dos area does not have a checklist. What do you think about that? For me, I would want a checklist. I would even want a checklist for priorities, but that could just be me. I'm a checklist person. I have ADHD, as I've mentioned many, many a time, and I'm quite dependent on to-do lists, or sorry, checklists when I actually do things. So that is very, very, very important to me. I actually want to catch up on the chat and see what's going on real fast. Let's see. People are saying that there's too much of that one color from the seasonal surprise box. Do not tell me what is in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to do my unboxing on Thursday completely blind or not. I might like open the top and take a peek and then try to do the rest blind. We'll see. I might not end up having self-control, but it'll be interesting to see. Let's see. Okay, so Yvonne's saying that she feels the way about other colors, just not the particular one in the seasonal surprise box. I would use that one multi-piece. Oh my goodness, you guys are being like so cagey and it's driving me up the wall. And the fact that other people have their seasonal surprise boxes and have seen what is inside, and I'm intentionally trying to keep myself blind to it, it's like, ugh. But I love it at the same time. Don't stop. EC to me is duplicating a lot of the items as the academic planners that came out with the Life Planner launch. Yeah, there are actually a couple of other duplicates. I don't think, now that I'm thinking about it, they're necessarily billing these as like academic planner accessories per se, even though I did say that in the title. So my bad, I mistitled this a little bit. I might go back and change it. Yeah, it looks like they're launching, they're not necessarily launching a bunch of accessories with the Life Planner. They're doing the accessories, like the back to school accessories, launch later. So this is the other side of the dashboard. You have all your days of the week. I hear people use these for meal planning or just different routines, things they have to do like every week. I know some people, the way they do cleaning, they'll do like clean the bathroom on Monday and deep clean the kitchen on Tuesday and change the sheets on Wednesday or whatever it is. So you could write something like this or out on something like this and then move it week to week. I love the idea of these little snap-in dashboards. In practice, I've gotten a lot of them and I don't end up using them a lot. But that's more of a like practical purposes for me and how I end up planning thing, not a criticism of the item itself, if that makes sense. I am trying to get through some of the accessories quickly, especially because they are very similar to stuff that we've already gone over, including this set of pens, which, as you may remember, I actually got as part of my Life Planner haul. That haul was partially sponsored by Erin Condren. They gave me $100 towards it. I got to pick everything out. This time around, they just sent me a box because I got chosen for the official like PR boxes that were going out. And so because I, again, have already gone through and swatched all of these, I'm not going to do that again. So if you are interested in seeing all of these swatched, I highly recommend that you go back after this and watch the live stream where I unboxed my Life Planner, because I go through in great detail and swatch all of these. I will say that I love these pens. I have been using them for the past few weeks. I am lame and I don't use a lot of colors, but I love that one end is fine tip because I'm a very much like fine tip, not like a medium or thick tip marker girl. And then the other side is essentially a highlighter, but they have a lot of color variety and they're not all neon colors. They all coordinate with the color on the other end, which I think is just so pretty. Great for both emphasizing things, for decorating things, just in general. And I love these. So I highly recommend, if you're looking for a cute set of pens, to give these a look. And as I said, in my Life Planner unboxing, I already swatched these, so go ahead and check that out after this live if that's something you are interested in. Yay! Erin Condren did send me these highlighter pens. Let me zoom in a little bit. So these are the dual ink, dual tip highlighter pens. I'm very excited to give these a shot. It looks like all of them have black on one side and then a highlighter on the other side. I really like this, having the option to either have black on the sides with the highlighters or the colors. I like how you can choose which one you would like. It would be cool, and I might be wrong, but it would be nice if like it came in as big of a pack as this one, but it might be that they just sent me the small pack. So that could be that. Now let me go ahead and find a piece of paper. I don't want to swatch them on the little to-do thing that they sent because it's colorful and I want to be able to actually see the colors. So I'll just grab a piece of printer paper and we shall swatch on that. And while I'm getting these out, I saw Hannah. Hello. I'm doing well. A little bit frazzled because I messed up the embargo dates and thought that we were going to be doing this tomorrow, not yesterday. The kittens are adorable as always. I already forgot what I already told you we could do at the end of the stream if you guys wanted, but I can also grab the kittens at the end of the stream if you want to see them. They're ginormous. They're both at around 700 grams right now, and they have to be at around 900 grams to be adopted out. So I have them for about 200 more grams, to around 900. It's not exactly, but in the U.S. shelter system, kittens are adopted out at 2 pounds because that's when they can be spayed and neutered. And I guess they've learned that if they don't spay and neuter them before they're adopted, a lot of people don't come back, and then you end up with a lot of reproducing cats and not enough resources and all that good stuff. So they stay with me until they're ready to have their surgery and then be adopted out. Currently, they are climbing my legs every time I go into the bathroom because they live in my bathroom. I have a really tiny bathroom, like we're talking tiny, one bathroom. And I hope this isn't TMI. I think I mentioned this on Saturday, but when I try to go pee, they will literally try to get in my pants and often succeed. So, yeah, that might be TMI, but get out of my pants is something I say to them on a regular basis. I find that hilarious. I hope that's okay. Okay, Hannah, remind me at the end of the stream to go grab them. I have to put Coco and Opal away. Actually, I probably don't have to. I tried bringing the kittens out and like specifically bringing them near Coco and Opal. Coco hissed a little bit when I got too close, but I think if they're across the room, it will be okay. Take your time on getting them to 900 grams. I know, right? Well, right now, because they're weaning, apparently weaning is it can be kind of dangerous for kittens because they don't understand eating solid food. And I think I said earlier that they're pretty much weaned. So occasionally, like maybe once a day, I still supplement with bottle feeding, but I'm trying to like ease off on that. And for the first time in the last day or so, I'll notice that when I leave them food, I usually leave some extra wet food as well as dry food between feedings for them to nibble on. In the past day, this is the first time I've noticed them actually eating it in between me going and feeding them and like putting them next to the dish and stuff like that. So I'm weighing them 3 times a day, and and basically I'm trying to make sure they don't go down in weight as we're doing this. So I need to weigh them again later today to see if they're actually okay, because they kind of like stayed a little stable early today. But anyway, that's the whole thing. Luckily, because they're just eating from a bowl, I literally just sit on the floor of my bathroom, which might sound gross, but I mean, I deep cleaned the bathroom before they went to live in it, so whatever. Plus, I mean, anyway. So yeah, I literally just sit there and then try to put them next to the food bowl. Sometimes I watch a YouTube video on my phone or something. Like, it's usually kind of casual, but yeah. Yeah, Patricia is saying, skip the seasonal surprise box this time because I knew I'd hate it. I was right. Oh, now I'm a little worried. In love with one of the new academic planners, but I'm sure I don't need it. That's kind of how I am with planners. Like, I love to get new planners. I love to collect them. Realistically, I only use one planner at a time. And when I say one planner at a time, like, usually I'll use the same planner for a few weeks at a time. And then I'll switch. But, that was a really jaggedy test line. So that's a sample. I should zoom in a little bit more. I don't know if you can tell, but because I did the black, by the way, and then the pink right after it. The black smear just a tiny bit. I think if I let it sit for like literally 30 seconds, it probably would be significantly better. So let's go ahead and try that. This one's purple. The pens themselves, I'm not sure if you can see between the glare, but this is the fine tip. That's the chisel tip. I will give the same criticism as I did for these pens when I reviewed them last time, that it would be really nice if they say the name of the color on the pen itself. So yeah, here's the purple. I'm really excited because I'm not a neon colors person, and I wish I had these. The purple is definitely a little brighter, but I don't think it's quite as like neon as a lot of the actual neons that we see. Let me see if I can, nope, that's as far as I can do. Sorry guys. The other thing I will say about the seasonal surprise boxes, going back to that, is that obviously it's a shame when you get a surprise box that you don't like, but you can always look at what you do like and kind of add up the value and say like, okay, even if I got some things that I don't like, did I get enough value from the things that I did end up like or did end up using? Now for me, I've mentioned this before and I'll mention it again. Summer colors typically don't tend to be, like summer colors and patterns don't tend to be my favorite. So if I wasn't getting it to do an unboxing, I probably would not have gotten the summer box. Ooh, I like this green. I like this green. I wouldn't have gotten it if I wasn't getting it for an unboxing, but all the other seasons, fall, winter, spring, in the past, typically I end up liking the colors and the patterns a lot more. So it's, for me, it's just like a summer thing. I also have had the unfortunateness of, in the past, some of the, or not liking as many of the items in the summer seasonal surprise box as I have in the other ones, and I don't know if that's chance or just the types of things that end up being included in the summer seasonal surprise boxes, if that makes sense. So we'll see. As I said earlier, my box is supposed to come on Wednesday, and I'm planning to do an unboxing on Thursday, and I will try to not peek before then. Ooh, I like the teal. So anyway, these are the pens with the highlighters. I tried to do the highlighters like partially over the pens, so you could kind of get a comparison of like how it would see through, or how it would look layered in real life or in camera life. You know what I mean? Like with someone actually doing it, not in a studio setting. And these are gorgeous. These are gorgeous. I'm probably going to keep these, even though one could make an argument that since my sister's actually in school, she needs them more than I do. By the way, my sister's birthday is in August, so it is very common for her to ask me to get her a planner or stationery stuff for her birthday, because she does like that sort of stuff, and then it also lines up very nicely with her going to school. So anyway, that is these markers. And I will take the paper away since we no longer need that. I am going to keep it by my desk for scratch paper purposes. And it looks like we have, depending on how you want to define accessories, one, maybe two more. Lynn, I'm proud of you for practicing willpower and not buying all the planners as well. I'm very proud of you. So they also sent me another thing that we have seen for the Life Planner release, which is the Erin Condren Ultimate Planny Pack. I love the ideas of these planny packs, but for me personally, because I don't really end up traveling with my planner, I don't practically end up actually using these. So I've bought them once or twice myself. Now maybe I know I got one of the old planny packs myself, I think, and then I think I got one for PR. Anyway, my point is that I got one, I didn't really use it, and so while these are adorable, and if I was still in school or going around with my planner, I think this would be amazing, I personally don't end up using these, but I wish I had a good reason to. Because if you don't know, my planner usually just ends up living on my desk. Because I work from home, I have my own little business at home, and for me, I'm often kind of like out of sight, out of mind type of person. I have ADHD, and so having my planner live on my desk is the best way for me to actually see it. I have to keep it open for that reason. Again, so I actually see it, and will use it. So that's just how things work for me. So this is the planny pack with all of the rose gold detailing on it. We had like a huge rose gold discussion on Saturday. I am definitely team rose gold. This is interesting though. We have rose gold here, but the actual hardware is gold, yellow gold. I don't know how you would. You use your planning pack in your van for emergency essentials? I wonder if this would fit over my visor. That, or I mean, just in my car would be great. Oh, that is an amazing idea. Thank you. My car organization is a mess as well. And I most definitely need to get on top of that. So Lisa, you're amazing. Thank you. This is what the inside of the planning packs look like. There is one pouch here. I'm not sure if you can see it very well because it's like, let me turn it inside out so maybe you can see the pouches better. Tear out the planning pack! Woo! Okay, so one pouch here and then one pouch here. This is fabric. It doesn't feel especially water resistant. This one feels like it might be a little bit water resistant. These are almost definitely not. And then the other side is just plain, no pockets. And Opal has decided she's joining me. And not just in the Erin Condren box. If you missed that before, Opal climbed into the Erin Condren box and just was like, this is my bed now. To be fair to the cats, I do quite often turn Erin Condren boxes into cat beds, and one of the most popular cat beds is a blue Erin Condren box on the top of a cabinet that my grandpa actually made. Not for me, but when my grandma passed away, my mom inherited it, and then it ended up going to me. But yeah, there's an Erin Condren box up there, and I think I actually have that picture of Coco in that Erin Condren box on my Ko-fi page. And I don't think you have, I think it's available to just anybody. So I'm pretty sure there's a link down below for the Ko-fi page in the description. I think it's something like, if you want to support me, donate here, something like that. But I'm pretty sure if you don't donate, you can just see the picture. I also tried to set up a bot for the chat that would allow me to use commands, but I haven't tested it yet. I think there might be one more thing I have to do to set it up, so let me see if it works. Nope. Okay, so once I have it completely set up, you should be able to do like !donate or !Ko-fi and get the link. Yeah, but there is a link in the description box down below. Oh, it doesn't fit the visor, but you just put it in the middle cubby. That's fair. Huh, I wonder if I could find, anyway, doesn't really matter. So, now we're on to the books. I know I mentioned before we did the planny pack that depending on how you count accessories, there's one, maybe two. So, this is the thing that you may or may not count as an accessory. Spoiler alert, I am keeping this. I'm not going to give this away. Okay, and by the way, just so you guys know, Opal is right next to my tripod, and I had to set it up a little precariously. So, hopefully she will not knock into it and mess everything up. So this is not a planner. This is an A5 notebook. The cover has holographic foil on it, which is just gorgeous. I love starry patterns like this, and it definitely has like a brush stroke kind of watercolor-ish. I would say maybe not watercolor, maybe more of like an oil paint. I'm getting into the weeds here. This is how you can tell I have a little bit of an art background. But look at those holographic stars. I want to get a cover with this pattern for my life planner now. And you can see a reflection of my phone camera. Yay! Remember that time the other day? I'm like, where's my phone? Where's my phone? And it turns out it was the camera up there, and I was like looking everywhere for it. Yeah. I know you guys won't let me live that down, so I'm not going to let me live it down either. Anyway, so very cute notebook that they sent me here. This is a classic lined notebook. I believe this is a new cover. I don't know for sure, but typically when Erin Condren sends PR stuff, they tend to send new covers on the PR items. So, yeah. I just realized I could put this on my A5 planner, on my compact vertical, if I wanted. I mean, notebooks are awesome too, and I'll want a notebook, but yeah. Sparkly! I still want to get a 7x9 cover of this. So this is the lined notebook. I believe you can also get notebooks from Erin Condren that are dot grid. I know you can, or at least could, get soft-bound ones that are dot grid. I don't know about spiral-bound, but I would think so, and I'm pretty sure that the snap-in bookmarks would fit this too. Let's just go ahead and just double-check real fast. It would be silly if they didn't. Okay, so, yeah, they fit in here too. So this would be really cool if, you were using this as a class notebook and wanted to be able to really quickly open up to wherever you were for your next class or whatever. You could also take a notebook and use these snap-in bookmarks or even a dashboard, which I think is about the same size as the cover. Yeah, it's the same size as the cover. You could use a dashboard if you wanted to make your own sections in your notebook and further customize, which would be very fun and very functional. Erin Condren also has bigger notebooks. I think they're 7x9. Anyway, so if you want something like that, for a class, if you want something a little bit bigger, they have that. And I think the bigger ones also have tear-out pages, if I'm remembering correctly. I think I have one of those notebooks lying around. Yeah. I got it a while back, so they may have changed, but here they are side by side. Yeah, it looks like it is a 7x9 notebook. And this is a dot grid notebook, and I don't know if you can tell. I usually turn most of my notebooks into like a semi-bullet journal and like number my pages and shit. But anyway, I'm not sure if you can tell, but this one particularly has perforated pages. So I don't know if that's an option for this. My guess is that it's just an option in the bigger one, but I do not know. So yeah, that is the big one and the small one. They still have this for $24. Are you talking about the notebooks? I'm not sure if there's anything actually more to show you about the notebook. Oh, there is some stuff in the back, I think, some stickers. So this. So it's interesting the ones that they chose, but I think that these are a slightly more muted version of the normal Erin Condren colors. I am going to pull a sheet of my own stickers to compare colors, because I matched all the Erin Condren colors. So yeah, some of my colors aren't an exact match because printers are a little different, but it looks like they, for the most part, sampled some of the more muted standard Erin Condren colors and used them in here. Oh, they have a lined 3-subject notebook for $24. Awesome. Thank you for updating me with that. I very much appreciate it, because as much as I like to have all of the Erin Condren knowledge and information up here in my noggin, I can't keep track of everything, and especially when I'm streaming, I'm, keeping an eye on 3 different things at the same time, and it is very, very helpful to have you guys, being able to correct me if I get something wrong or look things up. Just amazing. So thank you for that. Oh, I just want to stare at this cover all the time. This is so pretty. Okay, so planner-wise, Erin Condren sent me 3 academic planners. I know, right? 3 academic planners. So I'm going to do the special one, maybe not special, the more unique one last. And then I'm going to let you guys decide which one I do first. They sent me the 7x9 and a softbound. So I'm guessing the inside pages will be pretty similar. I don't remember from when I flipped through, but which one would you like to look at first? We'll look at both of them. Let me know in the chat. I'm going to rehydrate. I know I've been taking a lot of sips, but we're going to rehydrate more. I also want to remind you guys that giving the streams a thumbs up means a lot. It's free, it only takes a second, and it helps me out a lot. So if you haven't already liked the stream, please do that. You want the spiral one last? There is a spiral one that we're going to do last. I don't have it out. It's a little different and special. So there is a spiral one that we're going to do last. So I'm going to give it just like 30 more seconds, since I know there is a little bit of a delay between when I speak and when you guys hear it, and then it takes a minute to type. But it sounds like we're going to look at the soft bound, and then the spiral, and then the other one. Unless we have a bunch of people saying they want to do it in a different order. And Ackman, thank you for putting in the chat how to find the 3-subject notebook. Okay, I think we're going to do the soft bound and then the spiral, and then the other one that's a little different, that is also a spiral as well. So, academic planner soft bound, as you can see, this is an A5 size. Let's just go ahead and compare this size-wise to the spiral notebook, just so you can kind of see them side by side. Very pretty. And I also, being a, well, this isn't rose gold, but it's metallic. It has metallic sides pages, which I love. Oh, sorry for knocking the camera there. So here's this. It says, work hard, stay humble on it. And I'm guessing this is personalizable. Is that the right way to say it? But they did not ask me for my personalization preferences, so any personalization on any of this was done on my behalf for me, which is actually better, because back in the day when they would ask me what I wanted on my personalized PR, a lot of times they'd just put my name, Tef Williams, and then I know this is like ultra first world problems, but I would end up with a lot of PR, more than I could use. And when I try to give it away to people so that they could use it, I would have to like make stickers to cover up my name on the covers. So anyway, we have this. It feels like it is some sort of like coated paper of some sort, like not completely like a plastic, not really like, maybe it's like a pleather sort of thing. I don't know. It feels cool. It's pretty. And then we go ahead and open it up. And even though it is a little stiff because it hasn't really been used yet, you do see that when you open it up, it does stay very flat, which is quite nice. And part of the reason why I often don't like soft bound or just basically non-spiral notebooks and planners is because it can be hard to keep things open. But it seems like once you kind of break this one in a little bit, it would be pretty easy to stay open and wouldn't be as much of an issue. I think I probably still, for functionality, personally prefer spiral, even though for aesthetics, I actually really do like the bound version. So this is an August to July academic planner. As you can see, name and school is where it puts the option for you to fill it in. And then we go into here. So this is pretty similar, if not the same, to the standard year/18 months at a glance that we get in the life planners. And then we go into the actual academic planner stuff. And we're going to see a lot of these same pages, maybe with a little bit of different stylization or framing in the different versions of the planner. So on this side, we have heritage and awareness observations, and you have a whole big list. So that is pretty cool. It looks like they do 2022 and then 2023 here. So they have it for the 18 months, even though this is a 12-month planner, probably so that people could get the calendar year or the academic year, and it doesn't necessarily, they can use the same page for both. And then there are a couple of spaces for class schedules here. So we have semester start time, end time, and then we have the times for the different classes. It looks like this is very reminiscent of like a college student's schedule per se, how it's set up. You know, you have like a Monday, Wednesday, or a Tuesday, Thursday, or I had some Monday, Friday classes in college. And then you have, you know, course, teacher, location, credits. So you could do that. It wouldn't be quite as applicable for, I'm guessing, a lot of high school students, at least the way that my high school did their schedules, because my high school did an A-B schedule. So basically we had periods 1 through 8, and on A days we had the odd number periods, so 1, 3, 5, 7, and on B days we had the even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, but they flipped off. So like Monday one week would be an A day, and then Monday next week would be a B day. So that's why I'm saying this is a lot more applicable to college students, but I do like the fact that they added Sunday and Saturday to put in, you know, the ability to add weekend classes, especially as we have, you know, non-traditional students or students just trying to take a lot of classes or summer school, things like that. Really gives a lot of flexibility with your schedule there. And then we have another class schedule page that has the same thing. And that actually comes into my next and almost a little bit bigger criticism, in that this is on semesters. So it gives you 2, but in my college, which I think I've determined this is a little bit more geared towards, we had quarters. And so in one school year, assuming I was taking the summer off, I would have fall classes, winter classes, spring classes. And so if I was using this planner, sorry, my camera went out for a sec, should be back. I don't know what's going on. But I would be 1 page short if I was using this for a college academic year at my college. So that, you know, that is one thing that I think in this case, if you're trying to appeal to students as a whole, it's better to put in an extra page and have the people that are on a semester system and don't need the extra page use it for something else, versus not have enough for people that are on a quarter system in college, or even a trimester system in high school. It's funny how they kind of like flip that way, and need the extra page, especially because you have a notes page here. It is a double-sided notes page. You could easily add another class schedule page here for, like, it's not like it goes directly into the monthly pages. So anyway, that's my criticism. Now we go into the monthly pages. A goal without a plan is just a wish. We've heard that quote a lot. And this is August 2022. This is a color blends theme, so we're seeing a lot of the same graphical elements as we have in all of the other color blends monthly pages. I mean, there's nothing too much to comment on. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing more holidays and cultural events in the academic planners than in the life planners. I'm not going to go double check one for one, but I could see in an educational setting how it would make sense to put in like everybody's, because it may be more important to know those things than it would be if you aren't in school and, you know, maybe aren't as around quite as, you know, diverse a group of people like you might be on a college campus or something like that. And this is the dashboard for each month for the academic planners. And you know what? I'm debating. Now, I was going to say, like, should I go through this in the spiral one? Because it's pretty similar, but we'll go through it here and then we can look at the spiral one, because again, it is pretty similar. It's just a little bit bigger. Plus, I kind of like the way the framing is with the camera versus the planner. It looks pretty anyway. And this is where I started to realize that, granted, as somebody who is, you know, has a creative business and has my own projects, this would actually be very practical and usable for somebody who is not in school. And that's when I started being like, I just need to use an academic planner maybe, because it has a lot of things that I love, even though I did criticize stuff already. You guys know me. I will say when I love things, I will say when I think things could be done better, even though I am an Erin Condren affiliate, even though these things were sent to me by PR, because I believe in transparency and you know, giving a fair review, whether I am an affiliate and I get money from the affiliate links or not, because that is going to let you make the best decision possible as to if this is the right planner for you, especially if Erin Condren, or since Erin Condren has so many different planners, one of these little things that I point out could be a huge thing for you, even if it's not really a big deal for me or for the next person. So yeah, I just want to mention that again, that is my policy, that while I am an Erin Condren affiliate, and I probably do, at least to some degree, see the brand through rose-tinted glasses just because of that fact, I also do try to work to give these products a fair review. So yeah, and they know that. They know that, and they're happy to work with me. Ooh, Sharon bought the project exam snap-in dashboards for work projects. Looks like that page. Okay, very cool. So let's just talk about this, and then we can talk about this. So projects and exams. Literally, if I X out exams and I could just use this as projects, and all I would really have to do is like white out class or change it to something different. I mean, as someone who makes stickers, I'd probably just make a sticker to go over it, but I could easily just use whiteout tape and go over it, and that would be super, super easy. And especially if you're somebody who does social media or has other projects, whether it's creative or not, you're a freelancer, this could be really cool and a great way to keep track of, you know, important dates, deadlines, details, etc. And, you know, keep it really close for the month in your planner. Also love the snap-in dashboard idea, especially if you have projects that are going to be going over several months and you have a spiral planner. So this is amazing. I also like this where you have your goals for the month and events, and then you have a lot of room for notes. Typically, I tend to be a little bit more fond of dot grid over lined if I'm not going to be just taking standard notes. But that's okay. You know what? This is like one of those cases where I'm like, you know what? I like this, and I can see this being functional enough as a whole that, while I think dot grid could be a little bit more useful for me, I don't mind the lines, and I'm not really necessarily going to criticize them for it. Yeah, anyway, so, oh, I love that these projects have the little completed checkbox, by the way. I don't know if you mentioned, or if I mentioned it, I don't think I did, but I like how you have that to check it off, because being able to check off a project, oh, in front of me, there we go. Check off a project is super satisfying, and I love it. So now we go into the academic planner pages, and these are going to be very similar across all of the different types of academic planners. And I've mentioned before many a time that horizontal planners don't often work for me because I need some sort of, just the horizontal structure doesn't work great for me. And what I realized when I was using a Wordsworth planner a little while back is that I don't mind horizontal in general, but I need to have this little to-do section here and then be able to fill in other things. And so for me, the academic planner has that in place already. I could definitely put a sticker on top of it if I would like to decorate it further, but I don't have to. And I know from example, being somebody who does have ADHD, that while I love stickers and I love decorating my planner, it's not going to happen every week, especially to the extent of doing like a full sticker spread, no white space, or even with white space where I'm using a ton of stickers. Having that framework already in place actually, to me, makes it on par, if not slightly more functional than the Erin Condren Vertical Life Planner, which is my current go-to from Erin Condren. I hope that makes sense. I also like that even though this is an academic planner, they did not neglect the weekends. Again, I know we talked about that with the class schedule, or Ackman said that you could also put like a study group thing there if you wanted to. but you know, people are studying on the weekend, or, you know, you could put other things that aren't necessarily related to classes, or you could do clubs. I know for a couple of years in college, I was in a sorority, and there were often events and things like that on the weekends. So having that here and not necessarily just making it a Monday through Friday school week calendar like the teacher planner is, to me, is actually highly functional and an amazing feature. Do I wish there was like a full thing for Saturday and Sunday? Yes. But seeing as the week is 7 days long and it's an odd number, I can understand how they would prioritize having more room for the days and less room for the weekend versus less room for everything and like a blank spot or something like that. Kind of like they do in the compact vertical. So they kind of look at it, you know, planner by planner and see what makes the most sense. And that's pretty much what all of the weekly pages are going to look like. So we don't necessarily have to go through and look at all of them. Every month is going to have a new quote, a new monthly page, and a new dashboard, new color, of course. Most of this is standard Erin Condren fare, and then we're going to go into the next month. So we don't have to go through page by page because it's basically the same thing with different colors. I just realized that there is a bookmark, which for most people is probably a huge plus. For me, it's a minus because cats. This is a toy to them, and I have been known to tape ribbon bookmarks to the inside covers of any notebook or planner that has them, because otherwise the cats will not leave it alone. But again, I understand that that is a me problem, not an actual issue with the book. So now I'm just flipping to the end so we can see what it looks like at the end. It looks like this is an August through July one. And it actually has a little bit in August because that last week in July is a split week. And then from there, just like a lot of the life planners, we go into a few note pages. Not a ton, but enough to make a few notes here and there. We then have 2024 at a glance. Interesting how this is 2022 through 2023, and then we have 2024 here. But at the beginning, we do have the second half of 2022 through 2023. So, and then there's that. Ackman, based on the cover color, that ribbon looks like it's the wrong color, but it does match the inside cover. Let's go ahead and take a look. I mean, it's not quite right, but I think it's close enough that I wouldn't say it clashes. It definitely, you're right, does match the inside cover a little bit better. It is also a little bit brighter, but I can tell you from experience that printing bright colors can be very difficult because a lot of printers are not able to handle them. So I'll mention that. So the cover is more red to me than blue. It definitely has more of the red and pink hues, but I mean, if you look at it, like, I would say that like this much, so, maybe about half of it is pink, and then a little less than half of it is kind of blue, and maybe like a quarter of it is that teal. If anything, I feel like you could make an argument that the bookmark is kind of pulling on that accent color, though the back is very much pink and yellow, and because both the pink and the yellow are warm colors, this makes it feel very much more pink, in my opinion, than this side, whereas this side, in my opinion, is a little bit more balanced between warm and cool. That's my thought anyway. All right, here is the other spiral, or just the other one. I also absolutely love this cover. So pretty. And it says success, go get it. Again, I'm pretty sure that's where it would be customized if you wanted it to be. I don't know, because again, they didn't give me the option to customize anything. So yeah, but this is the 7x9 version, and we're still gonna look at a lot of the pages, but you'll see that they're gonna be very, very similar. They're just going to have slightly different dimensions in a couple of cases. So let's zoom out a little bit. Academic planner, absolutely love the blend here. And the biggest difference, besides the size, obviously, is that this one has tabs. It's going to make it really easy to go to wherever you want. So for instance, there's that schedule tab that allows you to really quickly go to this page. Interestingly enough, the tab is not on the actual schedule page, but it's on the year at a glance page as well as this one, and so you kind of open it to get to your schedule, and then you have the class schedule on the other side. Again, I wish we had another class schedule page, but that's probably going to be, I mean, that's one of those things that I'm going to nitpick. Ackman, you have an excellent point. Is the writing tab centered compared to the compact vertical month tab? Let's go ahead and take a look. It looks like they are a little slightly off center, but not as bad as the compact vertical on some of them. Some of them on the compact vertical are worse than others, like the 2022, 2023. Let me zoom in so you guys can kind of see. So, sorry. So you can see like the 2022, 2023 one is really off. This is a little bit off center, but it definitely is a little bit more subtle. And some of the ones in the compact vertical are a little bit more subtle, especially the ones where the month is longer. Like January doesn't look nearly as off as some of the others, but May is actually pretty centered though, oddly enough. I was going to say the shorter months aren't centered as much, but May actually looks pretty good. June, July does. I'm pretty sure it was March that looked pretty bad too. Maybe they had an issue with the print runs for specific tabs. I don't know. I actually can't tell if the tabs, yeah, I actually think the tabs are printed on the pages and not, like there's lamination over part of it, but the tabs themselves are printed on the pages. It's not a separate piece. All right, back, zoomed out. I can remember how to do this. Come on. I'm doing all of this blind. Here we go, because my camera / phone is up top. Okay, I think that's good. And we have the same quote, same stuff. As I said, a lot of this is going to be the same, except that it is going to be bigger for the 7x9, and of course also have the tabs. Once again, monthly page is pretty much the same as the life planner. This is pretty much the same, except that we have slightly different aspect ratios and size. Again, nothing too big. Now, I do want to compare. Do we have the same number of spaces for projects and exams between the two sizes? Because for a lot of people that wouldn't matter, but for some people it might. Yeah, we do have the same. So you have 4 spots on both. Obviously this one's wider, so you're going to have a little bit more room to write. Same with the notes page. But they're like functionally not hugely different. Also, the bullet points and space to write here is going to be bigger than this one. I know a lot of you guys like to write bigger. I'm definitely a writing smaller kind of gal. So as far as the spacing goes, I actually kind of prefer this one. But I like the spiral in this one. So there's that too. And I like the tab. So maybe if there's like an A5 spiral, that would kind of be the best thing for me if I was going to go buy one. And here again, we do have all 7 days of the week. Again, it is kind of the same, except there is this line here. And we don't have that line in the softbound. So when I was looking at everything, and remember I mentioned it's like, oh, this would actually be really functional for me, even though I'm not in school. It's really some of those first pages at the beginning that I don't really tend to use even in my life planner. That, you know, I don't really tend to flip to the beginning of my life planner. That wouldn't be quite as functional for me. I just realized that because we're at the beginning of the book, it's kind of sitting unevenly, and just so it looks a little nicer, I want to flip to the middle. There. That way it's just a little bit more even between the two sides. Anyway, but I really, in looking at this, well, I like this size better. Again, I mentioned I tend to be a small writer, even though my handwriting is terrible. I really love that this is already separated out. That's another one of those things that I think would just be a lot more functional for me, because it just would. I could put, you know, meetings in one and notes in the other, or vice versa. Or, you know, maybe I'd probably use this for like any deadlines or like big things for the day, and then this to write out like specific times that things were happening. I'd almost use this as like a weekly version of the monthly page where I would put like an overview. So if that makes sense. So I am probably, I'm going to keep one of these planners. It's probably either going to be this one or maybe the next one that I'm going to show you that's a little bit different in the theme. But as much as I like the size of this one, just the fact that it doesn't have that one line, I know it's silly and I know it's small, but I think for me that will make a huge difference. So that's, again, a personal preference thing, and one of those things that you might not really realize about yourself when it comes to choosing the best planner for you until you have experience, but knowing which of those little things in the design can actually make a difference, even though it might seem negligible to other people, or even you. Like, I understand that one line, probably negligible, but for me, I feel like that would actually make it more practical. And again, these are probably going to be, yeah, they're going to be pretty much the same. We did forget to go and look at the end of the month on the other one, so let's go ahead and do that here. At the end of the month, we have a few notes pages. So if you had like a monthly project or something, you do have more spaces to put in notes just for the month. Let me take a look to see if we have those in this one. No, we do not. So that is another difference between at least the soft bound and the spiral bound, that we have the note pages at the end for the Color Blends spiral bound. Let's go ahead and take a look at the end here. Again, this one also ends in July. Projects and exams, we have our notes pages. It would be very cool, and maybe you can, and they just didn't send it to me. It would be cool to be able to add like 20 notes pages to the end. And this one comes with some gorgeous, gorgeous stickers, very much school related, in the color blend version of the Erin Condren colors. So we have exam, test, read, study guide, no class, midterm, quiz, paper due, study, and vacation. And then in all of the colors, you have a blank one, of course, that you can write on. Good point, Ackman. Put a tab for the note page if you have more in the back. So that is this. One big difference between this academic planner and the life planners, whether it is the A5 or the 7x9. Let me see. Here's my 7x9 life planner. And this is the Color Blend 7x9 life planner. So it's like a this year thing. The life planner has this pocket, and the academic planner doesn't. I'm guessing they left it out of the academic planner because they're thinking a lot of students are going to have 8.5 by 11 paper. But I mean, a lot of times I'm happy to like fold something in half and put it in a pocket. So I think that would have been a nice thing to include, especially because they already have it made up from the 7x9 life planner. They essentially just have to take what they already have and put it in something else. Oh yes, Ackman, students will probably need more stickers, and Erin Condren will happily sell them to you for more. I see the stickers in the back of the planner as more of a bonus than anything else, not necessarily like they're providing all the stickers you're going to need for a whole year. I don't know for sure. Well, I mean, since it's only one page, I was going to say with the life planner, you can just buy extra pages of the stickers that are included. I'm guessing since Erin Condren will probably sell you more, that it will just be a sheet, but who knows? And a lot of other people on Etsy also make some beautiful planner stickers, and you know, that you can either write your own things on or have customized or things like that. So you don't necessarily have to get them from Erin Condren directly if you don't want to. There are other options out there. I'm not saying don't shop at Erin Condren. I'm just saying that if you need more stickers like that and they aren't necessarily exactly what you need, there are more options and you can support small businesses in the process. So, okay, last planner I said was a little bit different. I'm very excited about it. This one is 2023 only. Star Wars! Yay! I'm actually not a huge Star Wars fan, but I absolutely love this. So I don't know why I'm like so utterly excited about the Star Wars Academic Planner, but I am. Interestingly enough, black coil. I know that the black coil has been very divisive. But yes, very cool. It has what I'm assuming is a vegan leather cover. The number or the year here is embossed. This is, as I mentioned, just a 2023 planner. I'm guessing it also comes in the academic year, but I don't know for sure, so I don't want to say one way or the other. This is embossed as well, but just not quite as much. I don't think they necessarily look weird with no faces, but again, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, so you can take that for what you think it's worth. But I think this looks so cool. You could also get this planner and, put an extra cover on it if you really wanted to, because the inside is different too. This is legitimately a Star Wars themed planner, not just a Star Wars themed cover. Yes, I love it. So pretty. Star Wars Academic Planner with Erin Condren. Again, we have our name and school, and then we go into the year at a glance in a galaxy far, far away. Very, very cool. And then, just like the other ones, we have all of our heritage and awareness observances, as well as our class schedule. And again, we only have 2 for the class schedule, so I'm going to give my same thing. If you're at a school that changes classes 3 times a year, that's not going to work for you. Have a good evening, Sharon. Have a good evening. And no worries about retiring for the evening and being Southern. Not only am I on the West Coast, but I also go to bed crazy late, so no need to apologize whatsoever. All right, let us go in. So the notes pages even have little. Now I'm like a complete dork, as I said. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but for some reason I just absolutely love that this is a Star Wars planner. Is that the Death Star? Ah, I know, blasphemy. I really need to watch at least the original trilogy. We'll see. And they also have different quotes. So fun. Monthly, again, we have a little bit different, though still very minimal, as you can see through here. And they observe some similar colors, it looks like, to the normal Erin Condren ones. It looks like they're a little bit more like mixed up, a little bit off. But yeah, this has, it's centered. That's what I meant to say. But other than that, we still have our notes. We have a little graphical element here. The rest of it's pretty much the same. And again, functionally, this is the same as the other one, but it's all starry, and it has, I know it's a Jedi, I don't know which one. The only one I can remember is Obi-Wan Kenobi, could be completely off. But yeah. But I still think it's pretty. I like galaxy and space stuff, which is saying I'm not hugely into Star Wars is probably really weird, but maybe that's why I like this planner, because like you have the stars and the galaxy and the space stuff everywhere. Anyway, so yeah, functionally the same, just a different theme. And I just think this is so, so cool. Again, we have our theme for the week. We still have that line here. We just have the Star Wars theming. Patricia, I'm using a horizontal and I draw that same line each week. Yeah, I've noticed a few different horizontal planners will have something similar to that. Or I know the 𝗀𝗏𝗁𝗍𝗂 weeks has a, it's not a line, but it's just like a little notch at the top and the bottom, if I'm remembering correctly. So that if you wanted to draw the line, it's like already, it's like kind of there, like it indicates where it is, but it doesn't, if you don't want the line, it doesn't interfere, if that makes sense. And I really like that as kind of a compromise. So, anyway, so pretty. And because it has different quotes we're going to go through. That's New Moon. Of course, I'm not going to recognize most of these quotes, but I still think it's gorgeous. And this one, by the way, does have the notes pages at the end of the month, just like the other one. Jedi in training. Move along, move along. Let the Wookiee win. Here for the party. Little rebel. Loyal to the Empire. Stay on target. Beware the power of the dark side. Always rebel. Here comes trouble. Again, this one ends with December because it is a calendar year and not a school year planner. And just as the last one, we have a few notes pages at the end, like every month, but we do not have an actual notes section. And then we have our stickers, which are a little Star Wars themed as well, which I absolutely love. These are adorable. So adorable. And I really hope they sell extras of these because these are a lot harder to come by. If you guys are not aware, by the way, this is the cover, the back cover. Selling anything Star Wars on Etsy, you will see a lot of people selling Star Wars or other themed stuff on Etsy. Maybe like not at any given moment, but the reason is that if there's any copyright involved, then whoever owns the copyright can tell Etsy to take it down, and they have the right, because it's a legal matter, to tell Etsy, like, just have the seller take it down. Do you want their shop taken down? Are we going to sue them? Like, all these sort of things. So anybody who puts anything copyrighted on Etsy is essentially gambling with their shop, and there are a lot of sellers who are not willing to do that. So you'll probably find some themed stickers or other items on Etsy, but they could get taken down at any time, which means you don't have access to them. I know Disney's one of the big ones you don't want to make angry. Warner Brothers is another one. One of my Etsy seller friends who sells bookmarks had a bookmark that was Harry Potter inspired, but using absolutely nothing copywritten. I think she called it like Boy Wizard or something like that. And it got taken down by Etsy. It wasn't enough that it got her like an actual, got her in actual legal trouble, but yeah, anyway. So, I don't know, I just thought of it and I thought I would mention it. So yeah, this is very pretty, and I agree with Ackman. I think that they should offer this for more of a life planner. I can see how they might want to offer it as an academic planner because they're thinking, oh, kids are going to be more into Star Wars. But you know what? The people that were kids when the first trilogy came out and the second trilogy came out are adults now, and they're the ones that have more disposable income than the little kiddies. Just saying. Just saying. I'm an adult. I am happy to admit that I like cute things that should be for kids, because they're fun, and just because I'm an adult does not mean I can't have fun anymore. When I have my oatmeal in the morning, I do not get plain instant oatmeal. Well, sometimes I do, but not anymore. I get hatching dinosaur egg oatmeal, because hatching dinosaur egg oatmeal just puts a little smile on my face and makes my morning that much better. And you know what? That does not make me a baby. That makes me, like, I have a very healthy inner child, is the way I say it. And I'm very much against people saying, oh, that's for kids, you shouldn't be doing that. I hear that with Disneyland sometimes, like, oh, you don't have kids, why are you here? It's like, because I want to enjoy myself and I have disposable income and I want to come and I don't want to be weighed down by kids. Anyway, so yeah, I would love if they released a life planner. Patricia snips out the pockets. I like, oh, to save and reuse. I was thinking you snip them out and don't use them. Not hard on my planner, so it works. Love the Harmony colorful pocket and put it in my current, just my type, colorful. Nice. Exactly, Ackman. Credit cards are more likely to have the credit cards, and these are not cheap. These are not cheap. And they also don't go on 90% sale during back to school like some of the other back to school stuff does. Of course, that back to school stuff is usually the really cheap back to school stuff, but my mom would always be like, oh, we can go back to school shopping and they're selling notebooks for 20 cents each. Let's get those. So I always had like the really plain notebooks. And then when I got into high school, I'm like, I'm going to splurge for slightly sturdier notebooks, and she made me pay for them with my own money. Not bitter at all. Actually, I'm not. Patricia really wants a Star Wars planner. I'll wait later this year and get it on sale, figure out a way to use it. I know, I mean, obviously it's 2023, and if you're not in school, having it for a calendar year and like quote unquote breaking up the school year is even less of an issue. Not that it's bad to use an academic planner for a calendar year anyway. And, you know, what's right before the new year? Black Friday. Plus, Erin Condren usually has some sort of New Year's sales, all sorts of options. Watch out for Afterpay. Can spend too much using it. Yes, I essentially don't even let myself use Afterpay. It's just not an option. If I don't have the money to buy it now, or the credit on my credit card, or like, you know, anyway, if I don't have the money to get it now, I'm not going to get it with installments unless it's something very big that is actually going to get used. And occasionally I fall into a hole with that one. But for instance, like I bought my phone on, you know, with, you know, a payment plan or whatever. Because Afterpay is essentially a payment plan that you can use for smaller things. So I bought my phone on a payment plan. I bought my iPad on a payment plan. I don't end up using the iPad as much as I thought I would. The excuse was I was using it for work. And I do, but I also don't use it as much as I could. But yeah, for the most part, like, if I don't have the money to buy it, if it's not a necessity, and I do kind of count a phone as a necessity, not necessarily a nice phone, but anyway, yeah, I don't just go for it with Afterpay just because I want it. But who knows? I also, you know, will put stuff on credit cards, and, you know, I try not to do that if I can't pay it off. But I've definitely made some unwise credit card decisions and then faced a bill at the end of the month that was bigger than I thought it would be. And Afterpay is popping up everywhere now because, of course, everybody wants you to buy their stuff. And having those resources can be really amazing, but as Ackman says, you can spend too much and you can get into trouble really easily from using it. And especially for a brand like Erin Condren, when they do have sales several times a year, or you can get discounts in various ways, I would wait, and I would, you know, save up some money, maybe look at your discount options or watch for a sale and get it that way and not use Afterpay so that you don't get in trouble. As far as Erin Condren discounts go, I actually do have a coupon code in the description box down below for $10 off your first Erin Condren purchase, so you can use that. You can also get 15% off by signing up to the Erin Condren mailing list. I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if I have a link for that one in this particular video, I forget. But I'm pretty sure if you just sign up for an account, it will like give you an option to sign up for the text or the mailing list in there, and it will give you that discount. Erin Condren, of course, also has other sales throughout the year. So when you do sign up for your Erin Condren account, or if you have one and are not signed up for the emails, make sure you sign up for those, because you will get notified of different deals and sales and things that Erin Condren has going on. And there can be some really good ones. The super good ones are a little fewer and farther between, but you know, like 10-20% off isn't uncommon at all. And you can also use coupons. So when you get a life planner, for example, you get a little packet called a welcome packet, and it gives you 20% off a future purchase. And if you know somebody who bought a life planner, you can see if they will give you one of their codes, because actually 2 codes come with each life planner. Additionally, as Ackman mentioned, there was a 15 off back to school. Those expire in October. Those little back to school flyers that I showed you earlier. If you sign up for before your birthday, you get 10,000 Erin Condren Insider points, which translates to $10 off a purchase. And if you do have an account on Erin Condren, you also get points for every purchase. You can also get points by referring friends to Erin Condren. They get $10 off, and you get $10 store credit. That's actually the link I have down below. The affiliate link is also one of those. And Patricia's saying that they stacked coupons like crazy. Yeah, I know some people stacked a lot of coupons at launch and got some crazy deals. The way Erin Condren talked about it, it sounded like they closed whatever loophole in the system was allowing them to do that. But then I've heard of people doing it since then. Oh, 1,000, not 10,000. Oh, the points. Yeah, thank you for correcting me there. I think 1,000 points is equivalent to $10, so I messed up the points, I think, but not the equivalent. But yeah, you can definitely try stacking coupons. I also know that the $10 off your first Erin Condren purchase is stackable with other offers. So many ways to get discounts on Erin Condren products if you want. And even if you can't afford to buy Erin Condren products, it's always a good idea to get some sort of sale or discount if you possibly can. You can also get free shipping if you buy, I think it's at least $78 on the Erin Condren website. So again, saves you a few bucks there. Now, if you want to upgrade your shipping from the free economy shipping, you do have to pay the full upgrade amount. It's not like, oh, you know, shipping would have cost $5 and the upgrade would cost $10 total, so we'll give you $5 off that. No. But that, I mean, it would be nice, but you know. So there are a bunch of different ways you can get a deal on Erin Condren stuff. So if you can, get your deals. And when you are making your purchase, if you would like to support me in this channel, as I mentioned, I have many links in the description box down below, and all the ones to Erin Condren are affiliate links. Won't cost you anything extra, but it does help me out, shows me you care. And other ways to show me you care, of course, is to like this stream or replay, depending on which one you're watching. Subscribe, leave a comment, type something in the chat, all that good stuff. All of that stuff lets me know that you care. Patricia, I was all happy last fall. I won a loaded Star Wars affiliate Star Wars box and Erin Condren giveaway. Oh my God, yes. Love Disneyland. I really want to go to Disneyland or Disney World. I have never been to Disney World. I have not been to Disneyland since I was an adult, and I know that there is a lot of stuff that, you know, a lot of it's kid stuff, but not all of it's kid stuff. And I follow this one YouTube channel, Disney Food Blog, and they talk a lot about Disney World, and man, that place looks amazing. But I'm on the West Coast, so chances are, because Disney's so expensive, unless I'm over on the East Coast for something else, if I'm going to go to Disney, I'm probably going to go to Disneyland. I almost went to Disneyland a couple of times a few years ago when I went to VidCon, because typically the way VidCon works is it's at the Anaheim Convention Center, which is technically a couple blocks away from Disneyland, but they're like huge blocks. So the way they typically do VidCon is the convention is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday is Disney Day. And I forget if they have some sort of discount to get into Disney, but whatever. It's in July. And I'm like, I'm not going to Disney in July. I'm going to be waiting in like mucho lines. I am going to go to Disney in February or January and not have to deal with that shit. So I'm paying enough money to go there. As Ackman says, either park adds up money fast. So I want to make the most of it and not have to deal with the crowds. I will say though, a little tip when going to Disney is apply for a Target red card, that's their credit card, and then buy your Disney gift card or park passes through the Target website. And the reason for that is that if you have a Target red card, you get 5% off all of your purchases in general, and including mini gift cards. And Disney is on the list of things you get 5% off on. Other things that are on the list, I think Delta Airlines is on the list. You can buy gift cards there. There are several different hotel chains. There are several different like video game stores and stuff like that that you can get 5% off on. So you have to have the Target Red card for that to work. It's not just anybody. It's not like you can just go to the website. But assuming you qualify for the Red card, it is free. I should say though, they actually have a credit card Red card and they also have a debit card. And I'm pretty sure you get the same 5% off both. So if you don't have a credit card, if you don't want a credit card or you can't qualify for it, you could do a debit card, link it to your bank account, and get the 5% off that way. And especially for something like Disney or flights or things like that, when money can add up really quickly, 5% is not too shabby. Ackman, some places give you discounts like AAA, credit unions, etc. for park tickets. I didn't think about that for specific park tickets. I did know that there are other places that will like give you like AAA discounts or AARP discounts or things like that. I actually learned recently, apparently, you can sign up for I think it's pretty sure it's AARP at any age. I know they like say like, oh, you have to, this is for above a certain age, but apparently you can do it at any age and get the discounts. I'm pretty sure it's AARP. I haven't signed up, but I keep thinking like I should look into that because that could be really cool. Jasmine, you live in Southern California and you also get a discount. Nice. You get the newest discounts if you're in California in general. Yeah, I wish I was in Southern California. Damn it. There's so many things going on in Southern California that I'd really love to do. Really, my dream is to either live in or near Los Angeles or New York City, is really what it comes down to. I'm in Portland, Oregon, for anybody who's wondering, so I am on the West Coast, but in case you aren't aware, the West Coast is very spread out. So, if I remember correctly, it's like a 17-hour drive from Portland to LA if I were gonna drive it. Not that I would, I'd just take a plane, but just to give you an idea of how long it would be. And that's with, going 70 or 80 down the highway instead of like the 65 or 60 that they say you should and stuff like that. Oh my God, Ackman, you're 20 minutes from Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm. I'm so jealous. I am probably going to have to move. It was actually looking, it's very up in the air, I guess I should say. I don't know when, but sometime in the next year or two, effectively, my landlord's going to kick me out. Like, it's more subtle than that, but anyway, so I would love to end up either in Southern California or in New York. Unfortunately, both of them are quite expensive. Of course, I live in Portland, which is getting pretty expensive, but I was gonna say I live in the less expensive part of Portland, but that's actually not quite true. I don't live in the trendy side of Portland. I live in the suburban side of Portland, but the suburban side of Portland has Intel and Nike, and since they pay well, housing prices are raising fast. here. So I think the other side of Portland, the trendy side of Portland, actually might be a little bit less expensive. I don't know because I haven't checked. In Portland, no one would actually know this unless you live here or have been here or know someone who lives here. But when people think of Portland, they either think of downtown Portland or they think of what we refer to here as the east side. There's a river going down essentially the middle of Portland, the Willamette River. And on the east side of that Willamette River is the trendy part of Portland that everybody talks about when they're talking about Portland. Downtown Portland itself, and when I say downtown, it's like the city, it's just the whole thing's called downtown. Downtown Portland, well, some of it's called something else, but they're like so close. Anyway, so that's technically on the west side, but it's like right next to the river, and then you have the east side. That's the trendy part of Portland that most people think of when they think about Portland. And then on the other side of downtown Portland on the west, that's the west side, and that's the like suburbia part of Portland, and that's the part of Portland I live in. I am personally like right in between Portland city limit and Beaverton city limit. So in the area, if someone asks me where I live, I say Beaverton. But if I'm talking to somebody outside of the area, I say Portland because they won't know where Beaverton is. Anyway, that's the whole thing. And if you're wondering exactly where I live and you're thinking that I just gave you enough information to find me, have fun because you're going to be driving around for a while. Oh, Patricia just got the $100 20th order reward. Nice, nice, nice. Jasmine, one of the reasons we haven't moved from California is because of how much there is to do down in Southern California. Anywhere else will feel so bare. Yeah, it's actually really funny because I am like a total introvert. I stay inside all the time. I always say, like, I was the person that did not start going crazy during the lockdowns at the beginning of the pandemic for like a good month or two because I don't have a huge social life anyway. So it took a while before it was actually functionally different. But I also like doing all these things. So like I have flown down to Southern California. Like back in the day before I was into YouTube as much and stuff like that, I was volunteering with the local anime convention, 𝗀𝗄𝑚𝑜𝑟𝑖-Con. Amazing convention. If anybody's in the area and wants to go to it. I'm biased because I used to volunteer there. But anyway, I would like fly down to, you know, California to do networking for convention stuff, and I loved going to events and stuff like that. And then I stopped volunteering with anime conventions and I started doing YouTube stuff. I think I've mentioned before I started in beauty on YouTube, and so I've flown down to Generation Beauty in California a few times. I've gone to Generation Beauty in New York, I think just once. I've gone to VidCon twice, I think. Now it's really funny, and it took me years to figure out that because I am such an introvert and I am quite a highly sensitive person, as much as I love going to these events, I also get overstimulated from these events very, very quickly. But I also don't want to go back to my hotel room until I'm quite overstimulated because I know I'm only there for a certain period of time. So, and you know, it's the whole like FOMO thing. But I'm thinking like, oh, if I lived in that area, not only would it be cheaper to go to these events because I wouldn't necessarily have to do like flight and a hotel. Maybe, you know, I do a hotel and I can just drive in, or I could, you know, drive home every night, or maybe I have a friend in the area, something like that. Technically, I do have a couple friends in the LA area, but I don't know if they'd want me to stay with them. But, you know, I could theoretically, it would actually be practical to like just go for a day or something if I wanted to, you know? Now, the last time I went to VidCon was a few years ago, and I've heard casually through the grapevine that it is a lot less of a YouTube-focused convention and a lot more, not Twitch, TikTok-focused now. I have not actually done the research to see. I did look at the guest list, and there were a lot of people that I know from YouTube, so obviously they're not completely not YouTube anymore, but I would love to go to VidCon just because it's like, oh, it's my people. But again, Southern California do not currently have the funds to buy the flight or the ticket or all of that good stuff. And I am personally still being very, very careful due to the pandemic and all that good stuff. I know in a lot of areas, mask restrictions have been lifted, including in my area. I am giving it more time before I personally stop wearing a mask when I go outside, so I still always wear the KN95, and I, still do drive up when I can. I mean, honestly, drive up is often easier, but anyway, because of that, I am still not full-blown traveling, so even if I had the money, based on how I am personally handling the pandemic with my comfort levels, I'm not trying to shame anybody if you do not agree with me. I'm just trying to explain how I feel. I'm not sure if it would be a wise decision for me to go to VidCon or any other big event, assuming I could afford it. Anyway. Ackman, there's an AC physical store about 20 minutes from me. Oh my God, yes. You sent me pictures of that. I would be in there all the time. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You were just there about a month ago, wanting to go again, wanting new items and sales. I feel like for me, I would go to the Erin Condren store if I lived near it, and I would just like go and look at everything and take a bunch of pictures and video, and maybe not buy everything. I'd buy some stuff, don't get me wrong. I would certainly buy a good amount of stuff, but functionally, I feel like I would also go to look and take pictures and video from like the YouTubing perspective, because apparently that's the kind of person I am. Do a go to the Erin Condren store with me vlog. That could be fun. I kind of regret not going to the Erin Condren store when I was in New York in the summer of 2019. I was there for, I think, a month and a half or 2 months. And there's one in Virginia, and I'm like, oh, it shouldn't be that far away. And then I find out it's like actually decently far. I was like, I want to say like at least a 4+ hour train ride or something like that. Like not close at all. But I'm wishing I kind of did it. I mostly did it because I didn't want to pay for the hotel, but like in hindsight, I should have just bit the bullet and done it. So, ooh, at the Erin Condren store, if you give them your email address at the register, they'll connect to your insider account and give you the points. Good to know. Good to know. Now, Ackman, can you use your Erin Condren insider points, like the rewards, at the physical store as well? Because that would be very cool. I'm guessing you can use the coupons, but can you use the reward insider points? I hope Erin Condren opens up more stores. Like, it would be very cool if they had one near me, or even in New York. Like, I don't know. I just, not that I get to New York very often, but, even if they had one in Seattle, Washington, that would be easier for me, because I have a friend there that I visit every so often, and even if she didn't want to go with me, I just like go on my own. There are definitely some places up in Washington when I go to visit her, I'm like, hey, you want to go with me? And she's like, no. I'm like, great, I'll go myself. Like Daiso, if you're not familiar, it's like a Japanese dollar store essentially, and they have the coolest stuff, so much cool stationery stuff. I also am very interested in Japanese culture, so I also have that side of things as well. They have some cool craft stuff. It's just way cool. Anyway, ooh, Jasmine's saying that you can use the points there. You wanted to do a vlog when you went last time, but you got scared. I would not be surprised if they get people vlogging in there all the time. I started vlogging on and off so many years ago that for the most part, I don't really get scared or nervous anymore. Ackman does make a good point. Daiso is now the $1.75 and more store. So they, for the longest time when I first found them 10 years ago, everything was $1.50. So yeah, not quite the dollar store, but close for practical purposes. But a lot of dollar stores will actually have some things that are $1, or, you know, now at the Dollar Tree, $1.25, or, you know, wherever you go, unless otherwise marked. And the Dollar Tree, which is the dollar store in my area, is just starting to roll that out in some locations. I don't think they even have it in my area yet, but it has been very common for years at Dollar General as well as various Canadian dollar stores. So Daiso specifically does go along that it's $1, I guess it's $1.75 now, instead of $1.50, unless otherwise marked. And the last time I went to Daiso, I mean, granted, I don't have one in Portland, so I went a few months ago in Seattle, but the register lady, she was like, every time she scanned something, she told me, oh no, every time she scanned something that was more than the standard, now I'm forgetting if it was $1.50 or $1.75, but regardless, anytime she scanned something that was more than the standard price, she told me and asked me if that was okay. And I'm like, that is such good customer service. Like, even though I told her, like, yeah, that's fine, I checked the prices on everything, like, she kept doing it because she wanted to make sure that if I was going to spend more than the standard price on anything, that I knew about it. And I was just like, that's excellent. I love that. I agree, Jasmine. Japanese stationery is the best. There is actually a Japanese bookstore inside a local Japanese grocery store around here called 𝗚𝗲𝗁𝗍, and the bookstore I think is called Kinokuniya. I don't know if they have any rules about recording. I want to say that I've seen a no recording or no pictures thing, but it could be cool if they do allow recording for me to maybe like record a little vlog or something. I probably wouldn't want to stream from there, but maybe record a little vlog and either post it or maybe like play it as part of a stream or something. I don't know. Ackman, yes, Daiso does not allow returns. I don't know if this is standard across like quote unquote dollar stores, but I know that is true for the Dollar Tree, which again is the local dollar store in my area. I will say though, this information is a couple years old, but at least a couple of years ago at my local Dollar Tree, they didn't allow returns, but they allowed exchanges. So it sounded it was kind of like a store credit situation. I've never tried it. I always just assume you buy something, final purchase. So anyway, but that is good to know when you are buying something, whether it is returnable or not. But the other thing is that a lot of those items are inexpensive enough that if you don't end up liking it or it doesn't end up working out for you, it's not the worst thing in the world, like, because you didn't waste a ton of money. You are wasting, or like the thing isn't being used. But I mean, sometimes it's the kind of thing you can donate and someone else would be able to use, or sometimes it's just kind of junk anyway. I have so many pens, Jasmine, so many pens. Stationery too. Yeah, so much more. Kinokuniya USA, I think. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the website is called Kinokuniya USA, I think, but I think it's because it's a, you know, like it's in Japan as well. But when I look at Google and it's just like, oh, where is it located? It just says Kinokuniya. So I don't, I mean, that's what I don't know. It's in 𝗚𝗲𝗁𝗍. That's all I know. It's like, it's like a separate store in the back of this Japanese grocery store. And 𝗚𝗲𝗁𝗍 themselves have some, they don't have too much in the way of stationery. They have like a little bit, but yeah. Kinokuniya, so much fun. Yeah, so much fun. A lot of it is books, but they do have a couple aisles of like the stationery and pens and stuff like that. And then I'm pretty sure I also went to a location that they had in New York that was bigger and way cool. I was actually hanging out with one of my technically they were an Etsy seller friend, but they sold planner related stuff. And so she and her sister found the list of places we were going to go. We were going to a bunch of planner related stores. And so we went there and I'm like, some of this stuff is kind of familiar. And I'm like, oh, we have one of these. It's just smaller in Portland. Yay, Portland. But Seattle also has a bigger one. Portland just seems to have like a small, almost everything. At least, okay, let's take that back. There are some things that are like big in Portland, especially in the suburban area, just because it is more spread out than like a city, but we don't have as much selection. So, I just realized that I haven't shown you guys the kitties and we're chatting. I feel like there was something else that I told you that I would do towards the end of the stream if we had time and if you reminded me, and I forget what that was. I'm gonna give it just a sec for you guys to remind me if anybody remembers what it was before I go get the kittens, just in case it was something that I can't easily do with them. Because, oh man, they're little hellions and they don't sit still. If I don't sit still, I'm gonna be not wrestling. I'll probably hold them on my chest like I usually do when I bring them, but yeah. I'll be trying to keep them wrangled, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It looks like at least Coco's in my bedroom, so Coco and Opal might end up just getting locked in my bedroom. Even though I said I could probably get away without doing it, it might just be easier for me. Okay. All right. Well, no one's telling me what it was, and I completely forget. So hopefully it wasn't anything too important, or if it was, it's something that can easily be done with the kittens here. So I'm going to go into my Be Right Back screen. I will be back in just a couple of minutes after I've gotten the adorable little less than 2-pound kittens. Be right back. I have kittens. Yay! All right, so these babies are officially huge, and this one is very good at blending into my shirt. Opal's also good at blending. Coco and this little gray one, not so much. But anyway, hopefully so far they're not too rowdy. I say as this one decides to start climbing my shirt. I think they just got up from a nap. I think me going into the bathroom woke them up. So let me show you their cute little faces. My phone, which is my secondary camera that we were using to look at the planners, went dead. So I cannot use that to show you them. So we have to use the main camera. Trying to dislodge one of them while keeping the other one lodged, if that makes sense. Okay. Look at this little beauty. Wow. Come on, say hi to YouTube. Aw. Beauty. That is Pete, by the way, and this one's Ricky. Oh, come on. I've decided that they're little monkeys, in case anybody's wondering. They like to climb my pants. They like to climb everything. Come on. They also need pedicures. Wow. Say hi. Come on. No? You're like, oh, I'm not sure about this. Not so sure. He folds up like that whenever he gets the chance. He also passes what we like to call the upside down kitty test. That's a family thing, not a humane society thing. But basically you can hold him upside down for a little bit, and according to my mom, it is a test you do to see if the cat is more, I guess, not on the, like, yeah, I guess on the, like, the gentle, more, like, put up with, like, being touched and shit side, I guess, is the best way to put it. Oh. Sorry, I've gone into cute kitten mode. I hope that's okay. Because they're cute. They're cute kittens. Nope. They're adorable kittens. They're cuties. They're cooties. All right, so if nobody has any questions about the kittens, I'll just kind of hang them out. They can just hang out here either until they become annoying or, oh, they're looking a little bit out. It's cute. Or we end up leaving. So what is coming up this week? Let me just go over that again. As I mentioned, initially we were going to do this tomorrow, but it turned out I got my embargo dates wrong. So we're not going to do a stream tomorrow. I'm sorry. As I said there at the very beginning, there wasn't a ton of news to go over today. I'm not sure if, we'll see. Monday, I'd like to still have Monday officially be Planner News Day, but if we keep having so many weeks where I can't figure out what to do for news, it might just be like, oh, you know, we'll do Planner News when it comes up, but you can tease me about the seasonal surprise box. And then I might do other stuff on Mondays. But, so nothing tomorrow. Tomorrow would have been a special edition anyway. Thursday is going to be seasonal surprise box unboxing, assuming mine comes. Watch, and it will, like, come tomorrow. And then Saturday, this week, unless something really big comes up on my end, we will be doing a stream at 4 p.m. Pacific because I'm going to start doing streams most Saturdays. I'm committing to Monday and Thursday. Like, unless something big comes up, it's going to be Monday and Thursday. Saturday's the day that if I need a week or, you know, like whatever, like Saturday's the one I'll cancel, but I'm trying to do it most weeks. Saturday will probably also be a little bit more chill. So for instance, a couple of days ago, if you weren't there on Saturday, we did a stream where I designed some stickers for the new Erin Condren compact vertical planner, and you guys gave me ideas and feedback and stuff like that. Oh, I remember what it was. I was going to show you those stickers, and I actually would like to use the facing down camera to show them to you better, but since it's dead, I will have to show you. I'll just have to hold them up. Okay, so the first one is primarily date covers. It's a lot of Monday and Wednesday. Yes, I'm aware of this. Mostly we were playing around with different fun backgrounds, and it's also the same thing like 3 times over, just because I had extra space and I didn't want it to be white. So we were playing around with date covers for the compact vertical and different stuff like that. I did Monday because it's a shorter day, like letters wise, not hours, and Wednesday because it's a long one. And then the other ones that we did are these. I have not actually tried any of these in my planner yet, but the ones over here are to cover the calendar, the month at a glance. We have a bunch of different checklists. We have some appointment boxes, bill dues, things like that. And then the boxes in the middle are quote-unquote quarter boxes and half boxes. Obviously, it's a little bit different than the classic vertical, but yeah, I just wanted to show you what they look like printed. If the cam here wasn't dead, I'd say let's put them in my planner and try them out, but it's dead, and so I can't do that. Could I go get an iPhone cable and start charging my phone? Yes, I could, but I feel like apart from watching the kittens be adorable, the stream is kind of winding down anyway. So there's not a point. Now that I think about it, okay, I'm not promising anything, but I'm asking you, those of you who are here, it looks to be that there are 9 of you here currently. I'm asking the 9 of you, and anybody who's watching the replay. Today's Monday. I said that I was originally going to do this on Tuesday, but I changed it because I got my embargo dates wrong. So we're not going to do anything tomorrow, but would you like to do another stream tomorrow and do more designing of stickers? We could do that. I guess I could also do a plan with me tomorrow. Would you like to do something tomorrow that will probably be significantly more casual and less, I don't know, I was going to say not focused, but you know, it will just be like, hey, let's like hang out. Probably I'll do something kind of creative, but mostly we're just going to chat and hang out. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. It'd be the same time as we started today, and depending on if you guys say that you would want to come to it and what I'm feeling like, I may or may not do a stream. Okay, Ackman, you, not mine, but you would show up during it. I mean, that's fair. I wouldn't expect everyone to show up right at the beginning. Oh my God. Betty, 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 Betty. That's what I say when I rub their bellies. See, and he's even letting me rub his belly. That is very, very uncommon for a cat. Lynn, you would enjoy doing that? Yay! I shouldn't have worn a black shirt because this guy is blending so much. Lisa's seasonal surprise box was supposed to come on Saturday, but FedEx didn't come through. Yeah. Okay, so I ended up buying the seasonal surprise box. I did not get this as PR, just, you know, again, full disclosure. I do like to tell you guys when I get things as PR versus buy them myself. So I bought the seasonal surprise box myself, and when they sent me my ship notice, I clicked on the link, or I clicked on the tracking number because it was supposed to link me to the tracking page, and it didn't work, and the link was broken. So I had to copy the tracking number and go to the FedEx website and put it in. So I don't know. Fun story. Lisa wants a plan with me tomorrow. We could definitely do that. The other thing is that whether we do tomorrow or not, I'm also going to be doing something on Saturday. So we could do sticker designing one and plan with me the other. Ackman, I should go see if the Erin Condren store has them to purchase like they did the spring one. It'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting. I'm like cautiously excited, even though you guys have been like saying things about it this whole time. This is also the first seasonal surprise box I've gotten, whether it was bought or gotten as PR, in a while. I have, in the past, I've gotten, I want to say a couple of seasonal surprise boxes as PR, but I've definitely bought quite a few. So, what are you doing? Okay, my finger is not food. You have food. Not here, but you have it in the bathroom. I gave you food. My finger is not part of the meal. They are on a little bit of a weird eating schedule because I'm on a little bit of a weird sleeping schedule. Okay, my chin is also not food, neither is my thumb. So I get up late, so they usually eat around 10-ish in the morning, and then they eat usually around 3-ish in the afternoon, and then at like 9 or 10 at night. So a little bit of a weird eating schedule, but that's okay. Let's see. I know for sure there's something that I will never be using, except if I got daring during Halloween. Oh, okay. That would be interesting. That's okay. Oh, I'll see it in a couple days. And as you said, like, if I really wanted to know now, I could look at an unboxing like you did. So, my hair is not food. My finger's not food. Nothing's, okay, nothing on my body is food. Oh, this one's getting all cozy. Oh, also, Opal did not end up being in my bedroom with Coco. Opal is in my chair and she's like lying, she's curled up and her head is like upside down. I can't do it. It's so cute. If you guys have a cat who like curls up with like their head upside down, it's one of the cutest things in the world. Cutest things. No, don't hold anything up to the screen. Not that you're on camera in my stream, but don't. I don't want to know. Okay. These guys are getting bitey, which means they're probably like, hey, we want you to be with us for dinner. We want company. But yeah, continue to tell me if you're watching the replay or if you are here live and just don't end up commenting until afterwards. Just like tell me in the comments or something. If you would want me to do a stream tomorrow, again, it's going to depend not only on what you guys think, but also what I'm feeling like tomorrow. But, you know, I'll just throw it out there. What are you doing? But yeah, these guys are getting wiggly and bitey. So yeah. True, Ackman. We do have fun just going with the flow. So. Oh. Cutie. Okay. I will go now. Reminder to like, subscribe, do all the YouTube-y things. Feel free to check out my affiliate links, including links to the academic planners on the Erin Condren website. Currently, it just says coming soon, but as of tomorrow, the 7th, it will actually have the academic planners. There's also a link to my shop on Etsy where I sell planner stickers down there, so you can definitely check that out as well. Basically, all sorts of awesome stuff is in the description, so please check that out. Thank you for being here, whether you are live or watching the replay. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!